Hey guys.
Hey!
Welcome back to Strange Rebel Gaming. I'm Brianna, and today we have a very special guest.
Yeah.
Her name is Katy Bentz, and she's amazing, and I'm so excited to have her here. Originally, Casey was like, you gotta collab with Katy, and I was like, Katy is way out of my league. There's no way she's gonna want to collab with me, and then here she is!
I thought this seems way out of my league. I'm just so happy to be on your live stream and to be with all of you people. This is like so cool. So I'm really excited to be here.
Really fun. So originally we were just going to film a video, and then I thought we should live stream because the first time we actually met was on your live stream.
Yeah.
Because Katy told me about her, and Casey told me about Katy, and so I went into your live stream, or your Twitch, just to check you out, and you just so happened to be live streaming at that exact moment, and then I didn't say anything in chat, because I don't want to be the person that goes in and takes attention away, but you had a notification come up that I followed you, and so that was the first time we met each other, and it was just fate.
Yeah, and I fangirled a little bit because I literally was like stalking all of her stuff the day prior, and I was like, this girl is so awesome. Follow.
I literally cannot believe that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the reason why Katy is on my channel today is because she had the amazing opportunity to play Steph Gingrich in Life is Strange Before the Storm. She's a voice actress and an actress and a model and a also Twitch streamer, newly.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of amazing stuff going on, and I just absolutely needed to get you on here to talk about it.
I'm really excited to be here, honestly. This is awesome.
Yay! Okay, so Life is Strange Before the Storm. This is the prequel to the original Life is Strange, for those of you who don't know, although I'm sure most of you know. Thank you. Yes, my shirt is Life is Strange themed. Did you think I wouldn't wear a Life is Strange t-shirt to talk to Katy Bentz? The Katy Bentz? So, I want to know, first and foremost, like, how did you become involved with Life is Strange Before the Storm?
Yeah, so I was on LA Casting, which is a casting site that we use out here as actors.
Actors.
And I was just on there and I just saw...
They posted their breakdown on LA Casting.
Yes. I know.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's why you always... Like, seriously, if you're an actor out there, if you're doing shit, like, seriously, submit every single day.
Wow.
On LA Casting, Actors Access, whatever you can do, submit every day.
I'm shocked.
I tell people that all the time.
Wow.
You know, we can have agents out here, we can have all these things. I didn't get this from my agent.
No,
I got
shocked.
this from self-submission.
Now, do you have a voice acting reel? Is voice acting something that you've done before?
This was my first ever voice acting gig.
What an experience! Can you believe that?
Yeah, it was my first ever gig. I mean, like, I wanted to try everything, you know? This was, honestly, Life is Strange. I got this, like, 3 months into being out here.
Okay.
I didn't know it was Life is Strange. I didn't know that was what I was doing.
Okay.
It was called Almeida.
Okay.
And I was like, what is it? It was a video game,
like
Almeida.
A keyword, yeah.
So,
Code
yeah,
word.
they just needed a pseudonym that, you know, so we didn't want to know what was going on. And yeah, I went out for the audition after I submitted, and then I got a call back, and then I was cast, and I was like, this is cool, I'm in a video game. Like, and I was telling my friends, I'm in this video game, this is so cool, but I didn't know what.
So
really
had you played Life is Strange before that?
No, I hadn't. I don't come from a gaming background. This whole is so new for me. Like, this
oh my
whole
gosh.
thing. Like, I've been like just transported into this like huge like just industry of gaming and like all these cool things and people, and it's just so amazing. So yeah, like I'm a new gamer. But before that, no, I hadn't played games. I played games when I was younger, like Spyro and like you know,
of
those
course.
kinds of things.
The classics.
Yeah, the classics.
Did you play Zelda?
I wasn't like in Zelda like I was in Spyro.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I played it with some friends, but not like into it.
You were missing out, but that's fine.
I know this. I do know this.
Okay. You've got a lot of catch up to do is the only way to look at it.
Yes, and I can do all that on Twitch now, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, I didn't know about it. One of my good friends, she did know about it, and she was really excited about it. And once I found out, like, I found out a month before the first episode came out, because I did research. They didn't
even tell you?
No, like some of the guys, like we did, like a couple weeks ago, I got together a few of the voice actors and we did like a little voice actor like meetup.
It's really fun.
And a couple of those people didn't even know what it was until the IMDb came out and said, "Hey, you're on this game." Yeah, and so
that's just crazy to me.
It's just like how it is, but yeah, no, I got I was reading through one of the contracts and it said Deck 9, and I was like, what is this?
You can look it up.
I was like, I'm gonna research this.
Oh
shit.
my god!
And so I went and I researched and I saw it, and then I
always
kept
read
going.
your contracts, people.
Yeah, I kept going down the rabbit hole, and I was like, oh my goodness, this game is like
big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal.
I was like, this is what's happened.
I cannot believe that.
So
I mean, did the whole thing like feel very professional, and you had confidence that it was a big deal?
I think I started having confidence when my friend, the one that I'm telling you about, she was like, Katie, this is huge.
And that's only once you found out the name of it?
Yeah.
But while you were recording it, like when you went into the recording studio, there was no inclination that it was big deal.
No.
Really?
No, they kept it so low key.
Really? So it felt chill?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, and the voice director, Phil, he was just
like... making me so happy. It's everything I wanted.
It was amazing. Like, seriously, the voice director, Phil, he also did the first one, too. He also did Life is Strange, just the first season.
And he did the voice directing.
Voice directing, yeah. Specifically the voice directing.
Okay.
He's not, like, affiliated with the Deck 9, or he's his own person. He's a voice director that they have come in. And, I mean, he's just amazing. So chill. Makes it so fun. And just, he's a nerd, you know? And so he just goofs off with you. And, I mean, I think all the voice actors can say, like, how great of an experience it was working with him. And, yeah, and I only went in there 3 times. I went into the studio 3 times.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
For 3 episodes?
Yeah, I went in there 3 times, and it was, like, an average of 3 hours each time.
Wow.
So we just, like, went through that and nailed it. Yeah.
So. Really? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like necessarily a painstaking process of like, okay, can you take that line again, but do it with a slightly different intonation, and then you do that 84 times? Well,
they did. Like there was some like it was most of the time like I would hit the lines like pretty well, and we do an A and a B.
Okay.
So we'd have different things when they go into the studio. But there were some lines that I needed to do differently, and some that were really difficult.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was pretty, like, it was really good. And I mean, obviously, like, the D&D stuff is just the best. The best. And so much fun. And Phil's just like, get into it. Like, just, she loves this shit. Just get into it. And I'm like, this is amazing.
So one of the coolest parts about this whole Fate experience of us getting together and collabing and you being able to even be a part of this project is that the character that she plays, Steph, is a huge nerd, and she plays D&D, and she's a dungeon master, and she's this total amazing character now, and she's also bi?
She's lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
She's a bona fide lesbian.
Did they say that in the... I can't remember.
Yeah, in Chloe's journal.
In Chloe's journal.
Yeah,
that's right.
Steph has kissed girls.
That's right. It's hard for me to remember the details of the journal. There's a lot. I have read them. They're in my playthrough, but, you know, you get so into it, and sometimes it's like... It becomes part of your collective knowledge of the game.
Yeah, I know.
And then trying to recall things. Yeah. So this character that you play is just an amazing character. Amazing human being.
Honestly, like... I think the reason why she is a fan favorite, the reason why so many people love her, is because she has all of these different avenues that people can hold on and latch onto. You know, the fact that she's a lesbian.
Yes.
And, you know, she's out here as, I am a lesbian.
Yeah.
And with the whole thing with Life is Strange, the first season, and then this prequel sequel, you know, there's all these kind of, like, you know, does Chloe like Max? You know, all these things.
Yes.
And and then here comes Steph, and she's like, boom.
Yes.
I'm a lesbian. Yes. What's up with Rachel?
And there's no like will they, won't they, because are they, aren't they?
Exactly.
You know, it's just like Steph is who she is.
Very
and she's
grounded.
Like, hey, you interested in Rachel?
Yeah.
Yes? No? Okay, just let me know. Either way, because I'm into it.
Exactly. And I think that's something that, you know, she's 16.
Yes.
She's young. And I think that you don't see that a lot as a young woman, you know?
Really don't. No.
Or, you know, any young man, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't see that. Somebody's so grounded, and I think that that's such a good thing for, you know, all the fans to see. As a 16-year-old just in her element.
A female nerd too.
Oh, I mean,
there's so much to that, because I was a huge gamer when I was a kid. And then I lost that for most of my adolescence, you know, from 8 years old or 10 years old to like until I was in college, because for some reason there's this connotation that girls are not allowed to like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and part of that is a collective feeling that girls should be into other things. And sometimes there's a event in our lives where a man tells us, like, you can't be here, you're a girl.
Yeah, no, it's so true. It's so true. And
Steph just doesn't have any of that.
No.
She's just there and she's in. And part of that is her awesome friendship with Mikey, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I think Mikey, you know, Mikey, obviously we're seeing him go through, you know, personal things and all that kind of stuff. And
very
I think,
much has his own story.
And I think that Steph is somebody who takes in people, you know, she can see, you know, people struggling, and she just takes them under, you know. And like she's honestly, like, I love playing Steph. If I could, I would play her again, like, over and over again.
Really?
I love her so much.
Well, you can.
I know.
You know. And no one could do it better than you.
I know. There's just been going around, like, doing a Life is Steph spinoff where you just play D&D with Steph and Mikey, and I'm like, come on, let's do it. Let's go.
Yes, please.
Like, screen it.
Please. Make it happen. I want it so bad.
I
would pay so much money for that.
But wouldn't that just
I would just, like, grab my wallet and throw it at you.
Just throw them. Wouldn't that be so fun just to sit down and be able to be with these characters, and, like, maybe, like, Chloe comes back and you can play with Chloe. You know what I mean?
I would die. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be super fun. But,
great.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just think that, yeah, she's a lesbian. She's a nerd.
Yeah.
She's a stage manager. Like, she does plays.
Yes, that's right, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
the
literally
stage manager is a very important role.
Yeah.
They run the show.
Yeah,
The show doesn't go without them.
She's a techie.
She's a techie.
She's literally, she's
She's
everything.
everything.
Yeah, and
She's
so many
everything.
people can relate to her.
Yes, I love her character. I was thinking of a question, and then I was so into listening that I forgot. So what is it like to have ownership of a character that is, I mean, you are her. She is yours. Like, she isn't a thing without you. She's a person, a character without you. What is that like for you, especially as coming from an actress point of view, and then to have that as a voice actress as well? Like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, every time I see Steph memes or Steph art, I'm just like, that is so cool, because yes, and it came a lot from the fandom saying, you know, Steph wouldn't be who Steph is without your voice.
Yes.
For me to realize, holy crap, like, you're right.
Yes.
Like, she is, like, I really helped make her, you know? I mean, like, they wrote her, they did this stuff, but I was able to bring, you know, voice to this character. And, yeah, it's just really cool, and really cool to see so many people, like, in love with her.
So that transformation, that ownership almost came to you more from other people's perception of you as her.
Yeah, because this is like, I've never experienced this before, right? I've never experienced voicing a character. I've never experienced, and it's cool because they even, you know, they brought a camera in, and, you know, she has similar features to me as well.
She does, yeah.
Which is fun, you know.
So they did do not necessarily motion capture,
they didn't do
but
mocap,
they did record
yeah.
you.
Yeah, they came in, they had a camera, it was just like a, you know, off to the side.
Right.
But I think they just wanted to, you know, key in a couple things with that. So that was cool to kind of see her and be like, she kind of looks like me.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay,
yeah.
So when you're preparing for this role, I mean, they gave you the breakdown of the character. She's got XYZ traits, right? Mm-hmm. And what was your preparation like for that?
I just kind of had this idea, like, of kind of how she would hold herself, and that's kind of what I rolled with, and the voice just kind of came with that. And that's interesting that you asked that, because when I went in there, I was like, okay, however I say this first line is how her voice is going to be. That's her voice.
Okay.
And that was, like, kind of the craziest thing, you know?
Okay.
And I just kind of took it down.
Do you remember what the first line was?
It was one of the D&D lines. I don't remember exactly. I know. It was, we jumped in that soon, though.
That's
but the thing with voice acting is you don't memorize the lines.
No, you don't.
They literally they just put them up there, and you just go down, and so a lot of the times when people are like, what is your favorite line, or what is this and that, and I'm just like, the only ones that I can remember, it's like, oh, that's my favorite line, because I don't remember.
I get that.
But I mean, like, I can go watch, like, the playthrough and be like,
and when were you recording as well? Quite some time ago.
Yeah, we started recording in February of last year.
Of 2016.
No, 2017.
You started recording in February.
Yes.
What? And the game released in August. There's no way. That's like a 4-month turnaround.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very surprising to me. I don't even know why that's so surprising to me.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Very quick turnaround.
It was quick, yeah. It was quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I never would have guessed. I have no idea how making video games
works. The thing is, they're doing... I actually don't... I think for the farewell episode, like, they just recorded it as well.
Really?
And that's going to be coming out, in a couple months, I think.
So, I mean, one of the things that you and I had talked about was it does sort of feel, before the storm does feel a little bit rushed. I mean, that's not her opinion, that's my opinion. It feels a little bit rushed. And so to hear that, I am a little bit surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, that's just, I'm not sure exactly. I don't know what goes into, creating a video game and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much they worked on it prior.
Yeah.
Because they could have just, done the voices and all that stuff and then put our voices with the characters after they've done everything. So that's something that I'm not too sure about. But yeah, it was a really quick turnaround. It was quick. Yeah.
That's very surprising to me. So then...
And then they called me in, I want to say, the last time I went in for voiceover was in May.
Really?
Yeah.
And was that like just an extra, we need a pickup of something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that was the last time I went in. But yeah, I did 3, I think I did like every 2 months I went in and I filmed or did some voiceover.
That's absolutely nuts to me. That's like I am so surprised. We already briefly talked about how is it like playing Steph. Is there anything you want to add to what is it like playing Steph?
When I'm actually like in the, when I was in the studio and doing the D&D voiceover, I don't know, I just got so into it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so into it and, like, feeling everything, because a lot of it, is very,
I was rewatching it earlier today to prepare for this, and really, like, she gets so into it, of, like, the acid falls over them, and they get burned alive, and their flesh melts off their bones.
That's what I looked like in the studio. Like, I wish somebody could have recorded me, because I was just like this, and I could just feel my body.
Someone did record you.
Well, yeah, just the face, but, like, I wish someone, like, because I was so into it. I was just in there. And, like, my legs were, like, you know how they talk about grounding and
Absolutely.
acting? It's like, I was grounded.
Yes.
And I felt like I was taking the tools that I took from, acting school into that studio with me. And I just, my legs were tree trunks, and I was grounded, and my body was centered, my core was working, and I was just in this character.
Yes.
And it's so nice to hear people, saying that read, through the character, that, that she's so into it. She's, like, a really great, narrator in the game and all this stuff, and a great DM, and so it's cool to see that, because I felt that when
I think what people respond to so strongly is the passion.
Yeah.
The passion was so clearly there. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that you've just recently started playing D&D, right?
Yes.
As a response to, you were like, I had to try it, right?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. So yeah, it's so fun. Like, I've played 2 times now. Okay. And it's a different world.
And who are you playing with? Who's your group?
I'm playing with Poppy Bropes, who is a Twitch streamer as well, and Ace of Ransom, who's a Twitch streamer, and then a great friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine from, like, back in Washington.
Gosh.
Yeah, Chris Ray Kelly.
So are you playing online?
No, we just do live Twitch streams of it.
How do you do that?
Magic. No.
That's a real question. Like, who has the table? Because you guys are in different parts of the country.
No, we're all here.
Oh, you're all here now.
Here.
I see.
We are all
you
here
said Washington, and I got confused.
But that's what's great is that, he's here from Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and he DMs, and he is just an amazing DM.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
that's great.
There's not, like, there's no time out of it. Like, he's just going. Okay. Like, I don't know how he does it. Okay. And everyone's like, oh yeah, you did stuff, so you should DM. And I'm like, I cannot do what he does. No. Like, not at this point.
No. It takes practice.
Yes.
You have to be an experienced player before you can be an experienced
And
DM.
I feel like I'm not an experienced player yet.
Same.
I'm very raw.
And our next video that we're going to be filming after this, we're going to turn all the cameras off, the live streams off. And we're actually going to be filming a Dungeons & Dragons video, because I also recently played for the first time. So, that's going to be up on the YouTube channel only. So make sure you go subscribe and check that out. Who has the D&D stream?
So we stream off of Ace of Ransom's Twitch.
So Ace of Ransom. Go check out his Twitch for the D&D.
Yes, and we try to do that, like, every, like 3 weeks.
Okay.
So we'll do one in January again.
Oh, so
and
fun.
yeah, it's just fun, and it's just fun for us to get out there. I mean, it's creative, you know what I mean? It's a creative thing, and as actors, it's so fun to jump into these characters and to create a story.
So did anything really surprise you during recording? Was there any part of it that you really just like did not expect?
I mean, not really. I mean, it was cool, honestly. Like, I hadn't ever recorded in a studio it was so professional. I walked in there and I was like, whoa.
Oh gosh.
Like, I'm in like a sound booth.
Yes.
I mean, it was legit. Because being an actor out here when you first get started in LA, you go to some weird things. You go to weird auditions, you go to weird places, like...
Weird people's houses.
Exactly, like, you know, we're filming in my basement, and it's like, it's weird, but it works out, and whatever.
Why'd you tell them? They didn't know this was my basement?
Yeah. No,
Just
exactly,
kidding.
guys, we're in the basement. But no, like, that's a serious
Slightly
thing.
murdery.
I've been to, like... Yeah, you just go to play. They're like, yeah, we're filming at my mom's house or something, but it turns out fine. But no, this was, like, legit. And I felt like I was finally, like, being an actor in LA.
Yes.
And that was, like, the coolest thing. But, it was, because, again, I didn't know how big it was. So, of course, that was a surprise to go in there and see how professional this whole thing was. And then... Yeah, I mean, nothing else really surprised me. I just, like I said, I didn't really know what this game was about.
Yeah.
All I knew was my character. That is literally all I knew.
And I heard that you didn't get the whole script. You just got what you were reading, right?
Yeah, so I just knew my character.
So she doesn't know any spoilers.
I don't.
Which is unfortunate.
I do not.
I might had to bribe you, but... But she doesn't know.
Unfortunately.
She doesn't know.
One of the game directors, so there's 2 game directors, Webb and Chris, and they're from Deck 9 in Colorado. And Webb was the first 2 times that we did, I was in the studio, he was always just this, like, voice, because they would just call him in. And he'd be in there, and he would have input on everything, too. So it would be Phil, and then Webb's, strange voice.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd time I went there, Webb actually came, and he was there. So that was a cool thing. That was a surprise.
Okay.
That I was able to meet the game director.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, and he brought one of the Dungeons and Dragons dice, and he was like, okay, we're gonna do this, like, promotional thing, and I'm gonna put it on my Twitter.
Fun.
And, like, that was really fun too. So he was cool. He was, like, really into it, and he's, they're all big nerds about this stuff, and, like, that's how you know that, like, it's gonna be good. Because they are also, in love with it.
How many times have I said how clear it is in The Life is Strange, both the original and the prequel, how much love is in that game? How many times have I said that in my playthrough? And now we're finally getting it, like, confirmed.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, and it's just, like, I think that I was telling this to my stream the other day, that it was, like, everybody that's had a part in this game, I feel like has had their life changed. Honestly. Like,
it's the same for the players.
That's what I was going to say. You can see how much it changes the player's life and how much it's impacted their whole life. But, like, for me, it's just, like, holy moly, like, this game has lifted me up. Like, this game has made me feel grounded here. This game, like, and all the people that I've met and all the people who have support and everything. And so I can only imagine from what I feel that everybody else involved, the directors, the people
writers,
doing the
animators,
exactly everything, the sound, everything. I mean, even Daughter, the music,
Oh, absolutely.
from BTS. Like, I know that they know because everybody loves the music. It's perfect.
Yes.
And so I'm sure they're getting so much, support and love from
We
Life is
don't
Strange
love
fans.
their recording label's copyright policy.
Yeah.
But that's separate from Daughter.
That's
Separate
not
thing.
Daughter.
Daughter has no hand in that themselves. Anyways, yes, no, it's very clear how much love there is, and it's so validating to hear that there's love in the process as well. And I think, I say validating, but really that was obvious from the very beginning, So then I guess my follow-up question is a little bit more about the details of the process. So this is a choice-based game.
Yeah.
Which means that, me as player comes to the D&D table and I can select to go to the training grounds or the prison cells or just go straight into the den or whatever. And I get to choose that.
Yeah.
So that means inevitably there are going to be some parts that you record that don't get seen. Or heard or anything like that. So what is that like for you? Do you watch any playthroughs and go, oh, but you missed the best part?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. when this first came out, and I did not have any way of playing it, because I was like, I don't know this world yet, you know?
Yeah.
I had no way of playing it, I just knew that it was on YouTube, and I started typing it in, and there was one video I found, and it was literally just the 15 minutes of the D&D game, and I was like, oh, well, this is perfect. Somebody just clipped the D&D game for me. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I went through and I watched, and then I've
Sure.
played BTS all, from 1 and 2 so far. But yeah, I just watched, that, and it was, I could only see one, playthrough of it.
One branch.
And then after that, I kept watching more. And I want to say there was like a month later, I was like, oh, I actually hadn't seen this one before. And I actually forgot that those lines existed. I hadn't seen that.
So cool.
And then there was one, I went on Twitch, and I was like, oh, I want to watch a live streamer stream it. And I went in there, and it was just some random guy, and he was at the school.
Random guy.
Just some random, I don't know, he was just at the school, and I was like, okay, cool, Steph's coming up, Steph is coming up. And he walks up to Steph, and then, they talk about the Blade Runner.
They get the DVD,
stuff.
yeah.
And then Steph's like, hey, you want to play a game with us? And he goes, I don't want to play a game. And he walks away, and I said, I just watched this for 20 minutes, and you didn't even play with Steph. You didn't play D&D with Steph. Like, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
I was beyond myself. I was beyond myself. I was like, how could you not play D&D with Steph? Are you serious?
Devastated.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, I wanted to see this live.
Doesn't even know.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He does not even know. But I've told people this story before, and I'm just like, this
so
guy.
Funny.
This guy, I hope he finds
This
out one
guy.
day that you are the one.
You're the one.
Who didn't play with D&D. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is really funny, but that makes sense. It makes sense that the reason that you can say no is because it's a choice-based game.
Yeah, if you don't have to. You don't have to play with her if you don't want to, but it's really fun. You should. You should go back and play with her, guy.
And I think that one thing that a lot of streamers forget is that people who make this and have so much love for it and have so much love for the process, they will find you and they will watch your playthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
So you 100% have to remember that when you're streaming and when you're doing gameplays, you're putting it out on the internet for anyone to see, especially the people who made it.
That's so true. Seriously, I see everything. I'm not even kidding. I go on there and I just I go on there and I just watch and I look because it's so cool.
Yeah,
I
she's
go on
taking
Tumblr.
a list of names for people she needs to stab.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, no. But I go on Tumblr, I go on Twitter, I go on DeviantArt, not even just for the playthroughs, but just everything Life is Strange related. Because I think it's the coolest thing.
And I'm sure that people send you things all the time, like, hey, have you seen this on this website?
Yeah. And I love that. I love it. I love getting all that stuff from Twitter and all the people's support and love. And it's cool. But yeah, no, I going and watching the gameplays or just going on Twitch and just
watching
seeing,
you.
I'm always watching. Just going on Twitch and seeing who's playing, actively playing Life is Strange, and I'll pop in and just watch.
Oh.
And just because I just like to hear the reactions.
She's a lurker, you guys.
Oh, I'm bad.
She's a total lurker.
Oh, I'm bad.
Oh, no.
I'm bad. I even lurk on people's channels that know me.
She had stalked me.
I did. I was watching your channel.
To be
the other
fair,
day.
I was trying to lurk on you. It just happened to have a notification that I followed
you. You failed.
Yeah, I failed at
you
lurking.
Can't be a lurker,
she had her notifications on, and I failed. It's my bad. One of the things that I didn't necessarily notice in the original Life is Strange, but I noticed really, really strongly in this particular, and part of it is because, I collaborated with you, and of course, Casey wanted me to meet with Haley Hayes at the same time, but I've seen this camaraderie amongst all of the voice actors for Before the Storm. I mean, how was that facilitated? Did you meet each other in the studio? Yeah. Where did that come from?
So we never really met each other. I found out when we did that get together that Kylie and Rihanna, who voice Chloe and Rachel, had one scene together that they did in the studio, and that was the train scene.
Okay.
They did that in the studio together.
That was the only one they did together.
Yeah. And
interesting.
I didn't think they did any together. And then Trey, who does Drew, he did a scene with Rihanna, which I thought was weird. I was like, when did? And that was the book, where he finds Nathan Prescott's pictures.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, weird.
That is
of all
weird.
The scenes,
of all the scenes.
Yeah, he's like, I got to work with Rihanna, and I was
really?
like, cool. Yeah, but I didn't get to in the D&D scene.
I wonder what the decision-making process is behind that.
Honestly, I think that Rihanna, so she's in Colorado. She does not live here.
Okay.
They flew her in, and she would stay here for, weeks. And she would just, like, chill.
Sure.
And so I think, you know, maybe he came in for the recording, and they were like, hey, Rihanna, you're right here. Let's just do it together.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the...
Okay.
But, and then I actually met Trey in passing, and I was like, hey, who are you playing? He's like, oh, I'm Drew. And then they took him in. I was like, oh, cool, see you later.
Bye.
And then Rihanna was sitting at the desk outside the recording studio, and I was like, hey, who are you? I had no idea. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm Rihanna. And I'm like, oh, what do you do? Like, who do you play? And she's like, oh, I play Chloe. And I'm like, cool. I was like, I don't know who Chloe is. I don't know anything about this game.
That's great!
And now, like, I'm like, oh, I feel like a big, you know, silly person, because I was
silly
just,
person.
Like, I was just like, hello, like, I don't know anything. But, so those were my encounters. And then, after the game came out, I think, you know, there's a few of us that, you know, really wanted to just, like, ride this and have so much fun with it, you know? Haley being one of them, Kylie being another one of them, that we all just kind of found ourselves on Twitter. And we all just kind of did that together.
Okay.
And then we started talking to each other, you know, through Twitter and that kind of stuff, and
like,
supporting
did
each
it
other.
start with, like, a follow?
Of course.
It starts with a follow.
It starts with a follow.
It starts with a creep on that profile.
It does,
Is
yeah.
it written in your bio or not?
Exactly, right?
How friendly did they seem?
Yeah, and Haley actually messaged me.
Okay.
And she was like, hey, let's get coffee. And I was
Yes.
like, you're awesome, let's do it.
Yes.
You know, because why not? I think that with voice acting, you know, you don't get to meet,
No.
you know, your fellow coworkers, you know, per se.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a great opportunity, is to make that meeting happen. And then from there, I was like, you know, it'd be so fun to do a Life is Strange get together. And we even contacted, like, people from the original game, too.
Really?
We contacted as many people as we
that's
could.
great.
Yeah, to see, you know, just because we wanted, you know, we didn't want it just to be
It's
a BTS
Life is Strange
thing.
family.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see a question earlier on that now it's gone. It's gone. Oh no, I need to bring it back. Prima Dana asks, what got you into voice acting and acting in general?
Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh, I love this.
Yes.
So I was acting in general, I'll go with that one. I joined the drama club. I did. I joined the drama club, and it changed my life. Like, hands down. I met people who were just as weird as me, people who were just as outgoing, who were unapologetically themselves.
Yes.
And they love to create stories.
Yes.
And I remember I auditioned for my first play. I did not get it. But classic, right? But the drama director was like, Katie, would you like to student direct? And I said, oh, cool, that's awesome. I don't know what this means. Sure. Like, I'm 14. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then it was You Can't Take It With You, just a classic, you know, play from, you know, the olden days. And then 6 days before the show happened, the lead, like, kid who was playing Grandpa, because we all played, you know, ages that weren't ourselves.
Yes.
And he got kicked out of school for putting off a smoke bomb in, like, the boys' bathroom.
Damn, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Wow,
Right?
that was one spicy Grandpa. Wow.
And so...
Smoke bomb. All
Smoke
right.
bomb in the boys' bathroom.
Wow.
And so then the drama director came to me and said, Katie, get in costume. You're going to be Grandma. I was like, Grandma? Me? What?
Oh
6 days before opening? What is this? What is this crazy, like, thing?
I love this story so much.
It's crazy, yeah. And so, and there were so many lines. That was the first time I've ever memorized lines. That was
How'd you do?
Great.
Yes!
I was like, Mom, help me!
Oh
and
my
and I just
gosh!
remember, like, being posted up in my mom's bedroom, and she would be doing the lines with me, and you know, and I did it. There was I think I counted them or something, but there was like 200 plus lines.
That's
and I did it. And
that seems so magical.
Yeah,
what
and
an
it's like
experience.
Yeah, and it's something too is it's like I look back at that, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, these lines, or oh, this, I can't do this, and I'm like, Katie, 14-year-old you did it, you can do it.
Yes.
And so ever since then, you know, ever since being thrown into it, literally thrown into it, it was a world that I felt like I belonged to.
Gosh, and it feels like fate put you there.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It literally, that story, like, rings fate to me.
And it is the craziest thing. You know what? I love the quote, everything happens for a reason.
Yes,
Because,
me
like,
too.
literally, that kid, if he had not put off that smoke bomb,
That
I
spicy
might not
grandpa.
be sitting right here.
That's right.
I might
All
not be
of
sitting
those
right here.
things had to line up together
Thank you, Ryan.
for us to
Like,
be here.
Seriously.
Ryan, shout out to you.
Thank you, Ryan,
for your troubled
being
youth.
Yes, for your troubled
For
youth.
your troubled youth.
But
Everything
isn't that
happens for a reason.
crazy?
That's nuts. That's
It's like
absolutely nuts.
Sometimes I have to think about that quote again and just realize,
Oh,
holy
absolutely. I do the same thing. I definitely have little tendrils of fate moments in my life that I think, like, everything would be different if that one thing hadn't happened. Mm-hmm. And I think that's so, like, it's blowing my mind that you and me are having this conversation when the game Life is Strange is about that.
Yeah.
the butterfly. The
Yeah.
butterfly effect. The
Right
butterfly. You know? It's so crazy to me that, like, this game just... whatever nugget that it had to be created to create these experiences for us, it's nuts to me.
It is
absolutely nuts.
It is.
You know, it's so sad that I have to say goodbye because this has not been enough. This has been so much fun. But please do go check out Katy's stuff, her Twitter, her YouTube, her Twitch. Let's make sure to pop those things in both the Twitch and the YouTube chat because you're awesome.
Thank you.
And I just want to see everybody love you.
Thank you so much. She's so supportive. Like, I can't believe, like, for you to just be able to just say, hey, come here, I want to do this thing with you. Like, I want to do this with you.
Yeah.
That is so
This has
amazing
been, like, the best
and so
thing
nice.
for me.
Like, I'm just so, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I really do.
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
now,
me.
we have a Dungeons and Dragons video to film that's going to be on YouTube, so make sure you're subscribing and check that out.
Good.